I don't know if I'll share my video journals, but if I do choose to share them, I like to try to keep them under 5 minutes. So here's part 2 or 3 or however you want to think of it. So my analogy is that it has been a boundary and a request that I do not have Jim to the door. I do not have him come inside. I do not. He's been very respectful of that boundary. I have not invited him in to my home, my apartment. And I'm holding that boundary for myself. This is nothing against him as much as it's something I need to do for me. So even though I've gone to Jim's house and I've slept in Jim's bed and we've had intimacy relations and all that stuff, I will not allow him in my house. And my boundary to myself is that this is my safe zone. This is what I need to do for me. So the same invitation goes out for advice giving and blaming and nitpicking and perspective giving and persecuting and projecting and deflecting and all the things that make an argument happen. It's like, why can't we all just sit in a perspective of observation where I observe Jim and he observes me? I observe him at whatever he chooses to give me, whether it's his best or his worst or somewhere in between, and he gets to observe me. And then we make our choices accordingly. Last night, I told myself that I would like to spend the night with Jim because of our great Christmas Eve and our great Christmas night. And then yesterday was the 26th, and I was ready to go spend the night with him on a third night in a row. He also showed up for me in a way that is meaningful, and I appreciate it, and I valued that favor he did for me, and I want to show my appreciation by continuing our good positive Christmas weekend. However, rather than committing to spending the night, I observed him. I observed him first, and I observed myself. I observed myself and recognized that I was feeling tired. I observed myself and recognized I wasn't prepared to spend the night and go to work the next morning. I didn't have deodorant or toothbrush or change of clothes. I needed a shower. I don't have anything at his house. So I observed myself. I recognized, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I could do them early, blah, blah, blah. I could drive it back and forth, okay. And then I observed him, and I recognized that he was having an anchovy moment. I like to call them anchovy moments because his jealousy and insecurities and his rage and his anger, it all starts with the perfect pizza that I love. I love everything about his perfect pizza. Very caring and passionate and loyal. But when he starts putting anchovies on the perfect pizza with his insecurities and his rage and his jealousy and his possessiveness, that's when I tell him, stop putting anchovies on the perfect pizza. I love you and I see you for who you really are. Unless you start blaming me for your insecurities, I'm not okay with that. So he was having an anchovy moment, and instead of blaming me for his anchovy moment, he really did check himself, sit with himself, take ownership of himself. And he said he needed to take a shower and he wanted to spend time with Brooklyn. They promised to do something together and he hadn't finished it yet. So I observe that and I go, this is my cue to take care of myself and let him take care of him, and we'll reconnect at some other time. I don't want to be this wife that keeps saving my husband from himself. I chose out of that 10 months ago or longer than that. I don't want to be this person that feels like everyone's opinions are more important than my own. I want to sit in a place of observation and not push myself on other people. And I don't want other people to push themselves on me. So I'm pulling up boundaries for myself. I'm not telling people how they have to be, but if they want to know why I'm not talking to them or why I'm not hanging around them or why I'm not doing anything with them, that's an invitation for somebody to ask me. I mean, somebody can ask me for an invitation to tell them. Otherwise, I don't need to go around telling people what's wrong with them or why I don't choose to hang out with them. This is all to me, it seems very advanced what I'm trying to do right now, but this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at in my healing and my growth. My growth keeps growing, and I don't know what the next year looks like, but hopefully it just keeps on increasing, and that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Anyways, that's where I'm at. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later. Bye.